Welcome to what day of the... It's Friday! Welcome to Friday! I don't know why I even asked that, because like I have like a big work event tomorrow, so I know it's Friday, because then I have to work tomorrow. Well, I mean, I had to work today, but I don't want to work tomorrow because I have to work tomorrow from like 7 in the morning. We have to be there at like 7 in the morning, so, and then I can leave at like 7 at night. So I have like a 12-hour shift tomorrow. So I know what day of the week it is. But hi! How's my ankle? Is it getting better? Is it gonna be ready for the work event? I hope so. You know what helped a lot yesterday was so I went to the doctor yesterday, which was like super super fun. No, it wasn't. But I went to the doctor yesterday, and I got my first injection for the surgery that I need in 3 months, because I have to take these injections like every month for the next 3 months, so that it can like shrink this thing in my body so that they can remove it. And as I was walking to the doctor's office with my like brace on my ankle, I took a step forward and I felt like a pop in my ankle, and it hurt for 1 second, but then after that it became a lot easier to work and to walk. And so I looked it up on the internet, and apparently it probably was my, like, one of the tendons was like moved out of place when I rolled my ankle or fell or whatever, and then when I took the step, it like pushed the tendon back into place. And so that's probably why when I took the step and then it popped the thing, like, then the pain went down and a lot of the swelling went down too. So probably that's why. So yeah, it's probably a good thing. Who knows? I don't know. It hurts a lot less now, so I assumed that that was a good thing. But I've still been icing it and elevating it, and I'll wear like a brace tomorrow when I go anyway, so hopefully it'll be fine. I like think also like I rested like a lot today because well, I think it was from the medication I took yesterday that like it like that, or I'm just really tired. I really couldn't tell you. I don't think it was because I'm just really tired, because I felt like strangely like tired today, like, because the doctor was like, yeah, we're gonna give you this injection and it might cause, like, for the first couple of weeks, like, fatigue and nausea, and you might end up like having like other internal things. And I was like, okay. Sure. And then I like finished work today and I was like, I can't do literally anything else. And then I lied down and I didn't get up until like an hour ago. I wasn't even like sleepy. I was just like, I'm so exhausted. So I just lied down and I like just kind of lied there on my like bed. And it was fine, I guess. I was like, I should be doing something. But it's fine, because I recorded something before stream. I like got up an hour before stream and I recorded something that I needed to record by the end of the week, and I recorded it, and now I'm here. And while I was lying in bed for hours, I was ruminating about what I should do for stream, and I was like sitting there, and I literally think I like at some point fell asleep slightly and then had dreams about streaming. And it was really weird because I never dream about streaming. Normally I have nightmares, but I guess maybe the dreams I had about streaming were kind of nightmarish, because I was like streaming these video games and I kept having to like look up information because I would get stuck, and then I like couldn't find the information online, and I like kept like looking and I couldn't find, and I was literally just streaming modded Pokemon in my dreams. And then I woke up and I was like, I should not stream modded Pokemon, because obviously I don't really know anything. I don't have any particular games, so I don't know why I was dreaming about that. But then I was like, I should just draw. My solution? Just draw. Why? I don't know. I was like, I should just draw today. I feel like that's always fun for people when I draw, especially if it's like something fun. So I was like, what if the stream today is just like really chill and casual, and you guys can like, whenever we get to the point where I set up my iPad, where you can like tell me a VTuber name, and then if I know one, then I'll set a timer for 5 minutes and I'll try to draw them. I'll doodle them. It won't be like rendered or anything. I'll draw them for like 5 minutes from memory, and then we'll see how accurate I can draw their general visage through whatever I remember of what they look like. And we'll see how good it is, how much I remember. It'll be like the Pokemon stream that I did with Lemmy and Tabby and Viva, to see if I actually know what VTubers look like. Because I've done this before, like in night calls with Penny and Kijo before, but their whole thing is like, guess who? So we don't know who it is, but you guys will know who it is, and we'll just see how much I remember. But oh my god, also I started using my what do you call it, my soda stream again, because I have a bunch of cans I haven't used of it recently, like, because for English, because when Because when you use a soda stream, it's like there's like these metal canisters of the carbonation, and then you put water in a metal bottle and it goes into it, and then it carbonates your water so that you don't have to buy carbonated water. So I've been making these pineapple sodas where I like fill half a glass of water and I carbonate it, and then I pour pineapple juice into the carbonated water and I make pineapple sodas. Because it's very summery. It's really good if you like carbonated water, because carbonated water is kind of expensive since it's so like popular. And so it saves a lot of money because you can just keep making it. As long as you have like a water filter at home, you can just keep making it. And if you live near a store that allows you to recycle the carbonated canisters that you get for SodaStream, you can actually bring in your old canisters to like Targets and stuff, and they will give you, I think it's like a 10% discount on your next purchase of it. So it's like you have an incentive to go and recycle them instead of just throw them away, so that they can reuse the canisters and refill them and then like send them back out and stuff. So it's pretty cool. It is. Yeah, I don't really like carbonated water if it's just the plain water, so that's why I always put juice, because then it just carbonates the juice that I'm drinking. And also waters down the juice so that it's not so sweet. Like, I like doing it with pineapple juice and with apple juice. Oh, and Pog. If you've ever had Pog, passion orange guava juice, if you drink that with carbonated water, it makes it like a passion orange guava soda. It's very tasty. I normally do it when I'm like, cause I can't like, well, obviously you shouldn't drink every day of the week. But if you like know for sure that you shouldn't drink and you want something to drink anyway, then I just like make sodas. Cause I also don't really like sodas, because I feel like they have like, it makes my teeth feel weird. So I only drink them if I like go to a store that, or like a diner or something that like it like pairs well with the food. But I like carbonated beverages because they feel really like, I don't know, it feels so exciting. It's like when I add spice to my food. I don't know, it makes my food more exciting. So I like having the ability to make water carbonated and just add whatever flavor I want to it. Though it's too bad I can't add the fiber powder that I have sometimes into it, because you can't add fiber powder to carbonated beverages. Because I also have this water flavoring that I add to water when I add fiber powder into it, because it's important to have a good intake of fiber. But some nights I'm too lazy to make a salad, so instead I just add fiber powder to water, and then I add like this flavoring I have that makes it taste like sweet tea, so that I drink it. Because don't forget, what is it? I think colon cancer or something is on the rise within people in a certain age group. So you should make sure that you get your fiber intake for the day. Don't forget. Don't forget. Get your fiber. I don't feel like getting sick, so I just started intaking fiber through powder if I don't eat a salad for the day. Because my mother keeps fear-mongering me. My mother keeps fear-mongering me and sending me pictures of different articles of young people getting sick and being like, are you taking this much of this? Are you doing this? Is this, and this? And I'm like, oh gosh, I should consider that, huh? She reads the news every day, because we get the news, like physical news, and then she also gets the digital news now that she's discovered how to use Instagram. My mother has learned to use Instagram in the last year and a half, and it's really it's eye-opening. Like, genuinely, it's kind of eye-opening to experience my mother learning how to use Instagram. Because the way in which she experiences social media is how I like to envision it was for many people when they first got into social media back when it was like first downloadable. But without the like what do you call it? Like the media, online media literacy of someone in my age group, if that makes sense. And also she's like kind of semi-addicted to it because she's retired now. And since she doesn't live with anyone else but my dog right now, like, there's no one to entertain her. And she's really bad at using the TV right now. Because we have this, like, really intricate sound system. So my dad was kind of I love my dad, but he was kind of a audio snob. So he had this, like, really intense setup for our television, where it's like, there was surround sound. So there's, like, 2 speakers behind the area where the sound stuff, and then there was 2 speakers in the front. So it's literally like when we would watch movies, you would hear audio from slightly beside you, behind you, and then there was also stuff from the front. And then there was a box that turned on the TV, a box that turned on the sound and controlled the sound, and then another box that, like, did something else. I don't even know what that box does. And then there's the actual TV. And so there's 4 remotes for the television that we have. And it's kind of intense, and I barely know how to use it. And my mom for sure does not know how to use it. And sometimes she breaks it, and then she calls me. And she's like, I don't know how to use the television anymore. And then we have to fuck around with the buttons until it works. Because sometimes the sound will turn on, but the TV won't turn on. Or sometimes, like, the TV will turn on, but the sound won't turn on. Or sometimes we can turn the TV on, but it doesn't play the cable. It like goes into, like, that setting where it's just showing you that you can use, like, Netflix, you know, where, because it's like one of those TVs where it's like got that thing where you can use the apps. But there's also a separate version of it that also uses the apps. So that's the problem too, is if you turn on the TV and it's not connected to cable, it goes to the default page that has, like, you know, how a normal TV nowadays works, where it has, like, a scrolling thing and you can scroll and pick different apps and, like, use them. But we don't use that one, because instead of using that, we use a different remote that turns on a different thing that turns us to a screen that has the apps lined up. And these are different versions of the apps than the other version, because if you log into that one, those are all logged in accounts. But if you use the version where you just turn it on without the cable, if you click on any of those apps, we're not logged into that one. So I don't know why we have 2 iterations of that as a part of our television system. I don't know how my dad set that up. I guess he was fucking around when he got the television and was setting up the audio system, but it's kind of convoluted and doesn't make any sense. And so I'm pretty sure it was like about 2 months ago, she fucked around with the TV, and now she can only do cable, and she doesn't know how to use the Netflix on it anymore. And so she can't watch anything that's not cable, and she's so scared of fucking with the cable that she won't change the TV station from the news anymore, so she can't watch actual television. And she said she's gonna wait till I move back. And I said, what? That's crazy. And she was like, I just really like to watch the news every night, so I don't want to touch it, because what if I break it and then I can't watch the news anymore? So I'm just gonna leave the downstairs television on the news. And I was like, but that's normally where you watch the television. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay. Because she technically has a TV in her room. And that one works, but, you know, she normally watches television only when she eats dinner, which is in front of the downstairs television that is now apparently set up to only be the news channel. So I guess she's just not gonna watch television until I go back. I mean, I guess she has our DVD collection if she really wants to watch something. And then she also has the upstairs television, and that one she can technically use Netflix on, but she's also kind of afraid of using Netflix because she doesn't really understand how to use Netflix. I don't use Netflix, I use YouTube, but she doesn't know how to watch videos on YouTube either, which is honestly a good thing, because then she can't watch my channel, because she does technically know the name of my character, but has no idea how to type it into Google because of the tilde and doesn't know how to use YouTube, so she can't watch any of it. So what I do whenever I do something is I download the video, so like, if I make a cover, I download the video and then I send it to her in a Google Drive link so that she can watch my covers without looking at my channel. Then she just has to open my Google Drive. Crazy setup for audio, but in a way there's respected dedication for top audio quality. You know, my dad loved audio, and so he enjoyed having the surround sound, but I'll be so honest with you, I really didn't notice a benefit to it growing up. Like, genuinely, I could not tell you if it was worth it. Because I couldn't really, like, I can tell if I listen, you know, like if I'm really listening for it, we're watching an action movie, I can hear that there's extra sound coming from behind me. But I have, like, no idea how in any other way that would be worth the amount of time and effort it took to set that up. You know? But my dad also has, like, these really expensive speakers that he bought because he was convinced that they would allow him to listen to music in a way that I guess is advanced. And he died before he got to break those speakers in because apparently you needed like 13,000 hours of music time in order to make those speakers break in. I've tried whenever I go home to play music on the speakers to break them in so that I could understand what he was talking about. But, like, genuinely, every time I listen to music from these speakers, I'm like, I don't think that they're that special. Like, these are, like, speakers that he imported from France, okay? And every time I listen to them, I'm like, I do not think that they're that special. Like, I couldn't tell you that they were any better than any other speakers you could get for probably cheaper than whatever he paid for them. Speaker burn-in normally takes a few weeks, I think. Anything longer is crazy. They're like these special French things. He saved like a bunch of money to spend it and he splurged on them. Because my dad didn't buy, normally he didn't buy stuff. Like, my dad's not someone to buy things. So what he would do instead is, like, every couple of years, my dad would make like an extremely expensive purchase for something that had to do with music. And my mom never stopped him because my dad had his own bank account. But also because it's like, he's not really buying anything normally, so like he would just have his one really expensive purchase every like couple of years. And I just, like, every time he would buy something like that, I was like, can you really hear the difference? And he'd be like, yes. And I was just, I constantly think to myself, am I like actually, are my ears broken? Like, I don't know why I can't tell the difference. Like, I can tell a difference if I'm using like over-ear headphones, you know, like something that goes near my actual ear. But like, if I'm listening to speakers that are front facing and they're you know, they're shouting the sound at me in front of me, I just can't tell the difference in audio quality. My dad sounds like the type of person who would really be into ASMR. I think he would find it unnerving. But he liked drumming. My dad was a drummer, so that's why he got really into music. He liked to drum. He was a drummer, and he liked, well, that wasn't his profession. That was like his hobby. Just be clear, that wasn't his profession. He wasn't a professional drummer. That was his hobby. But he was like one of those like hobby drummers who would go into his drum room and he would drum in there for about 6 hours. Like, since he retired, he would go in every day for like 6 hours to practice every single day, because he just loved it. He was like obsessed with it. And he wanted to be a music student when he went to college, but he realized that he was never good enough at drumming to make it a job, so he didn't go for drumming. But he wanted to be a music student. He just didn't go because he knew he couldn't make money doing it. And then, so he just did it as like a hobby. But he like always liked buying audio stuff. And he liked just listening to jazz. His big thing was like he loved jazz. And then when he got older, he liked classical music, which was crazy because that was like a huge shift. But when I was growing up, his big thing was jazz. Every single day when I would come home from school, jazz would be playing on his speaker set / his like vinyl. set. I also know when I go home I have to help my mom figure out how to use the vinyl player, the record player. Because he has this nice, like, what is it called? My dad had, like, a really good, record player, right? And when I was younger, I would help him, I would have fun, like, turning on different tracks. Now we haven't done that for years because it got to a certain point where my dad wasn't playing records anymore, because he would be playing CDs. And then my mom was like, I'm gonna play my BTS vinyl that I just bought, because my mom bought the like special edition BTS vinyl because it has this one song she really likes that's not on the normal CDs. It's only on the special edition. So she bought the special edition BTS vinyl. And she tried to use it and she couldn't set it up. And so she was like, when you come back, you have to teach me how to use the vinyl system because I don't know how to play it, but I need to play my BTS album. And I was like, okay. I will teach you how to use the BTS, the vinyl player so that you can play your BTS music. And a CD player with good speakers too. Yeah. She also bought the CD version of the BTS album so she could play it in her car. She also recently bought the BTS Oreos, and she sent me a picture. She opened the BTS Oreos and picked out one of every unique Oreo in the pack, and then lined them up and took a picture to show me her BTS Oreos. It is so interesting watching my mother experience fan culture at her late age. Like, she's literally, like, basically at the level of, like, I think at a certain point she would, like, be similar to, like, a VTuber fan and do oshikatsu if she understood the concept of it, you know? Like, but I think she's just not at that level. She doesn't know what that is. And also, she is so funny. She was like, I don't know which BTS member is my favorite because when I watch them, I think they all look the same. And I was like, Mom, you can't say that! She doesn't even know all of them! I was like, that's so crazy. Because she's also Asian. I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know why she said that. She was so funny. She was like, I think I like one of them, but I don't know which one he is. I like his singing voice. Like, she doesn't even, she knows she likes one of them as a singer. She has no idea which one. She can't tell their voices apart, like, in terms of, like, which one matches the face. Like, she doesn't know anything about them. Imagine your mom gets into VTuber culture, but it's one of the sussier. She would never. She would never. My mom likes adult humor, but she's not into, like, sussy things. And also, she doesn't really understand streaming. Like, she thinks streaming is, like, very strange. She lets me do it because, obviously, I'm an adult. But she doesn't really understand streaming as a concept because she thinks it's weird that people watch people talk live. And I guess, you know, I can understand it from, like, her viewpoint because to her, like things that she normally liked growing up are all, like, pre-recorded, right? You know, like, there wasn't, like, live streaming things normally. Like, she's from, like, the era where, I mean, late night talk shows aren't live either. They're all pre-recorded and edited. They're recorded in the morning and then pushed out late at night. But, like, what do you call it? Like, she's from the era where when she was younger, if she wanted to listen to new music, what she had to do was listen to the radio, and you couldn't play back what you liked, so you had to have, like, a tape recorder out recording the, like, radio session, and if you liked a song and you wanted to know what it was called when they were saying the name of the song, you had to write it down in a book. And so my mom would literally, she told me, like, when she was younger, she had a notebook, and every day when they would play the new hits at night, my mom would listen to the radio, and then as the song was being labeled out of, like, who the song was called, what the singer was called, she would write it down, listen to the song, and then after the song, she would, like, write down, like, her feeling about, like, a star rating for it. And then if she liked it, then at the end of the week when they would replay all the music, she would have her tape recorder and she'd put it in and she would hit record on the ones when she knew that a song she liked was coming up so that she could play that tape on her tape player. Did you ever like watch late night talk shows? It's similar to that. She didn't really watch them. My dad did though. He watched specifically Stephen Colbert, but he only liked the comedy at the beginning and didn't care a bit about the interviews. And so my dad, when I would grow up and I would go home from like college and stuff to visit, we would watch like the crime show he liked, and then it would play Stephen Colbert, and we would watch the first like 20 minutes where he's doing skits and like doing commentary. And then once the interview section started, my dad would turn the station to a different channel. He'd be like, okay, now he's just doing interviews. And then he would switch it. I was like, Dad, people watch Stephen Colbert for the interviews. And he's like, why? That's the worst part. I was like, okay. Whatever. It's not like my dad cared about interviews, you know? Like, he didn't care. Like, because when I've watched Stephen Colbert, normally it's for, like, because he's interviewing someone I, like, admire or something. But he was like, I don't care about people talking to people. Why would I care what he has to say to other people? I was like, that's the whole point! That's what these shows are! Like, people watch because they want to see a celebrity being interviewed. I guess they just never got into that part of culture. Like, I was like, my mom doesn't like normally watch BTS interviews, but like, she did have a conversation with me recently where she said she felt guilty being a BTS fan because they have to work when they're sick. And I was like, so does like everyone. She was like, the fans make them work even though they're tired and they can get sick and they have injuries. And like, I was like, yeah, so does most people with a job. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, my mom has gone to work sick many times. I was like, what do you mean? It's not you being a fan that makes them work when they're sick. Like, this is a job that it's like, it's a different type of job, but it's a job. Like, many actors work when they're like very sick or have an injury to record movies. Lots of singers do that too when they go on tour. Like, it's not exclusive to BTS specifically. And then I had a talk with her about the culture of K-pop and the expectations of pop idols. And then she was like, that just doesn't seem very nice. And I was like, I think that these are also expectations that were put on basically most pop stars, like ever. Like the expectation of looking a certain way, working out a certain way, like, you know, talking a certain way, being filtered a certain way. Like that's just a part of what they do. But like, and she was like, I guess so. Huh. I was like, it was so crazy to me too because like, she's talked with me a lot about like one of her favorite music artists growing up was was Karen Carpenter, and the Carpenter Band, and how she felt really bad for Karen Carpenter because she, you know, she died basically like as someone who was like young because she had anorexia and she had like a really abusive relationship with like her brother, not like romantic, but you know, but like a bad like work relationship and stuff, and there was all this drama surrounding her. And I'm like, this is just that's, you know, that was the impact upon her by the standards of fame. And it's unfortunately normal, you know. Funny thing is, I like amused about One People as a kid because it was referenced in JoJo. I told her about Roundabout and the To Be Continued. Oh. I guess I listen to a lot of music that are oldies because of the fact that my parents raised me the way they did. Like, I listen to a lot of the Carpenters. I have like a whole playlist that's called Oldies. It's like, I have the Turtles, the Beach Boys. I like a lot of old soundy music, you know? Like, stuff that has that like sort of vintage like era of like recording instrument sound to it. I think it makes me feel very comforted because of that, you know? I also like music like this. Like, it reminds me a lot of stuff. Like, I think if I showed this to my dad, he would really like it. Which is just, this is literally just like, what is it called? This type of music? It's acid jazz. Tokyo acid jazz. Like, I don't think he would like it as much as his jazz that he'd listen to normally, because he would listen to like big band. But like, I think I would play this for my dad and he would really like it, because he would love first of all, he would love the drum beat, and he would also love all of the different like scats and the flutes and stuff. My parents played a lot of classic rock, so I was familiar, but I did get into some groups because of samples used in shows and stuff. Oh, I did too. Like, when I would watch Skins growing up, there were a lot of songs I liked from Skins, and so I liked the song, I would look up the music played in the episode name, and then I would look at all the different songs and then find the one that I liked. Like, there's a song, I forget what episode, it's Emily. It's the Emily episode in season 2 of, in season 3 of Skins, Emily episode, called Background Radio. And I looked up Background Radio because when it played, I was like, wow, that's so cute. Like, I love that song. Sorry, Emily? It was no, it was the Emily episode. I was about to be like, wasn't it the Naomi episode? No, it was the Emily episode. And it's when, she goes with, Naomi to the, like, lake, and then they do, like, not skinny dipping, because they're still wearing bras and underwear. But they go swimming together. But it's the song that plays in the background when they're, like, biking. And I thought it was such a cute song, so I looked it up. It's called Background Radio by Lily Frost. There was that one, and then there was also a song that played during a club scene during Skins that I liked called, like, Santac Truth. I really liked. That's also from Skins. And there's also a song that's called Art that I liked from Skins. That one's really cute. It's like, I don't know much about art, but I know about you, and I like you a lot. There were also a lot of songs from BoJack when I watched BoJack that I liked, that I looked up, and I'd be like, BoJack episode this, songs played in TV show. There's also like a French singer that I got really into that I only found from the first episode of The Marvelous Miss Maisel, which like plays at the end of the first episode. I never fully got into that show, but I liked that show when it aired, like the first episode of it a lot. I just never got into it because, I don't know. Something about the way that the plot changed I didn't really like as much. But I liked the music in the first episode a lot. You know? Yeah, it works. It works really, really well. Like, I feel like a lot of TV shows have really good soundtracks, depending on, I guess, a couple of factors. But, like, there's some TV shows that have phenomenal soundtracks. Or it was like, what is it? Like, The End of the Fucking World or whatever, that TV show from Netflix. It's like the end of the fucking world, where it's like those two kids who kill someone and then go on this like weird trip to try to run from the police or whatever together. That show had really good music. Like, its score was very, very good. I barely remember what happened in it when I watched it. But I remember really liking the music that was in every episode. Like, do I remember the plot of this show? Absolutely not, but I liked the music, which is kind of crazy to say. I'm trying to remember other shows that I watched that did stuff like that. And they'll pull out obscure songs from decades ago and it'll work. I mean, yeah, of course. Like, especially ones that are like, especially ones that have like supernatural or like horror themed elements. I feel like a good old obscure song really, really hits if there's like a horror moment where like the killer is coming and it's trying to be creepy, or like if there's like this kind of unsettling but romantic moment, or in moments where it's like something bad, really bad just happened, but everyone is trying to like cope with the fact of what just happened. I feel like those are really, like, those moments like really, really hit when there's like some sort of obscure old song playing in the background, you know? Like, I feel like that, like, very specifically, those moments like really, really work with the type of moments. Also, it was so funny. I told you guys about how that like AI stuff from the review for that one apartment I applied to was really hard to work with. Well, that apartment got back to me and they were like, we accept you on a conditionally because you don't make enough money, and we will have reached out to your guarantor with more information about whether we accept them conditionally or if they meet our needs. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Why can't you just send me an email that says yes, you've gotten this apartment or not? And I don't even want to live there anymore because they seem kind of sus and they don't respond well and they are not communicating effectively. So I would appreciate it if they would just email me a yes, you've got the apartment, or no, you don't have the apartment, because they said they accepted me conditionally but then didn't respond with a yes or no or any like further information of any other forms I should have to fill out or an actual agreement to the lease. I've never in my life dealt with so many freaking hoops just to live somewhere. Like normally I just get a acceptance email and then they just send me forms so that I can fucking sign them. They've never even responded to like my email. Like I like about asking about this other stuff and being like, were the forms that my mom sent good enough? Must have been an AI response. It felt like one, I'll tell you that. Anyway, I hope that this is not what it is like to live places nowadays. Like, I'm excited now at this point. I'm like, I can't wait to live at home with my mom in like a house and not have to think about apartments hopefully ever again in my life, you know? That would be kind of sick nasty. Like, I didn't know that this was the future. I don't like it and I'm not a fan. I hope that didn't you just recently move, Conclaver? Didn't you say that recently? You said something about moving recently? Did you have to deal with all of this bullshit? Were there a lot of like AI review services for when you were applying for apartments? I want to buy a place and live there for 60 years and then die. Actually, iconic. So true. I'm still trying to find a place, but I'm kind of picky. Hey, it's better to be picky than not. I'm being picky right now by being like, I think this place is sus and I don't want to live there. Being picky is good. I think so. Every place that I've lived, I have not been picky, but that's because I had roommates and deadlines normally. I don't like the, what do you call it? You know what actually was really funny is like, the second place I lived, I never even went to visit it. Isn't that crazy? I went, we were looking for this place and we like found these places, we found these pictures and we were like, that looks good. We applied, we got it, and thank God when we went, it was a beautiful apartment. I think that was young and a dumb decision, but it was cool and it worked out. I keep getting outbid on places. They offer like 40k over asking price. Ooh. Ooh. That's crazy work. 40k over asking price is kind of insane amount of over asking. I just don't get it. I just think that that's a lot of extra money. That's like a whole year's worth of money. That's like genuinely like an entire like year-long amount of like your salary. 40k over asking and they're buying in full with cash. Who makes that much money? How do people make that much money? I don't understand people that make that much money. That's scary. That's a scary amount of money. I don't think I've ever even considered having that type of money. I've never conceptualized the capacity to have just like over $40,000 to throw at a house. Like, I've never been able in my brain to conceptualize, like, how do you have that type of money? Where are you spawning it from? Are you like, are they just all rich heiresses with generational wealth buying houses that they don't need to like do Airbnb with or something? Have you seen that Earth has its first trillionaire? Why does anyone need to be a trillionaire? Genuinely. Like, I just think that if you are a trillionaire, you're hoarding money that you should be giving out to different, like, non-profits and consistently be helping others and paying for people and making scholarships. Like, I just genuinely think that. I think that if you have $1 trillion, you are obligationally set that you should be using that money to help the world. And then you shouldn't be a trillionaire anymore, because you should be spending so much money trying to help other people and the earth that you no longer have $1 trillion. I just think it should be like in a contract to even touch that much money, that you should have to use your money to help other people. Just a thought. Because I think it's crazy that people can have that much money and not try to give back to other people. Like, can you imagine having that much money and you don't feel an extreme amount of guilt every day? Like, I just feel like when you have a large amount of money, it's like at that point you start to feel guilty because, like, and so then you have to start giving back, because otherwise, like, then you're gonna be living with like a huge amount of guilt. Like, it's why I was saying to myself, like, why do rich people, like, why do rich people buy rich people clothing? You know, like, I think if a piece of clothing is over $1,000 and it's not because it's like, you know, like the world's warmest jacket. Like, I understand if, like, you know, there's a jacket, like if it's $1,000 and it's one of those like like you're going to go and hike in the Antarctic and you need like the $1,000 like super high-tech jacket so you don't die. Like, yeah, okay, that much money makes sense, you know? But like, if you're just buying a t-shirt and it costs $500, maybe you could donate that money and then buy a $5 t-shirt from Target. I just really think it's really not that hard. And I also think when you buy expensive clothes, it's scary. I have one expensive dress that I have worn to every event I've ever had to go to and I've owned this dress since I was in high school because I bought it for my school graduation. It was $90 and I felt like I was running my mother dry of money, and I've worn it to every big event I've ever had to go to since then. You know? Like, I just don't understand that type of thing. Did you know in Korea students have a hierarchy depending on the model of North Face jacket that their parents can afford to buy? Why? I just don't understand. Like, I guess, like, when I was growing up, I always thought that, like, the concept of people being considered more cool or popular because of whatever, like, clothing brand they wore was, like, it just doesn't make sense. If that makes sense. But, like, to me, I think a lot about when I think of money, I think a lot of, like, I use a lot of my money to, like, invest back into, like, things that I do. And so a lot of, like, spending to me is based off of whether I think I'll use an item for its purpose often. You know? Like, I think that just so, like, in any other way of spending money, I can't, like, doesn't make sense to me, you know? Like, and I also like buy a lot of my clothes like secondhand just because I don't like having to buy clothes online because I can't try them on, because I hate having to go to the freaking, like, mail centers and then mail it back if it doesn't fit. But I also, like, don't like buying new clothes a lot of the time because it's very expensive. It depends on the brand. But, like, what is it called? Like, I only like to also buy things on sale. But that's because my mom raised me that way. But that specifically is because my mom raised me that way. So, like, I normally buy most items that I wear on sale. Yeah, I'm a product of my environment, you know? My mom bought all of her clothes growing up. When I was growing up, my mom bought almost every item of her clothes from the Sears sale aisle or from Ross because it was cheap. And it was because she wasn't raised very, like, my parents had money because they worked to procure money before they had me, because they were like, I have the same mindset as my mom and dad, where they didn't want to have a kid until they felt like they could take care of any medical bills and be able to fund whatever hobbies they had and, like, help them go to school. So that's why I have the same mindset. But, like, even when they had enough money to do that, they always took me shopping at, like, cheaper places so that I would understand that, like, you know, the items that you wear on your body don't really define anything about you. you know, like it's not like how expensive the thing you own is, it's how much it brings you joy. And like whether it's going to last you a long time, and whether it's something that like you think you're gonna wear a lot or use a lot. You know, have the posers finally stopped crowding thrift stores? I haven't gone shopping for new clothes in about 2.5 years. I haven't gone shopping for new clothes in about 2.5 years. The only new clothes that I have ordered in the last 2.5 years was literally when I got I ordered socks on Amazon because my socks had holes in them, so I ordered new socks because there's a very specific brand of these cheap Korean socks that I like wearing because I feel like they don't fall down a lot when I wear shoes, and that's really important to me because I hate when my socks fall down. And then like, because the most recent new clothes that I actually have are hand-me-downs from my mom, because she was getting rid of some of her clothes and she was like, do you want these work clothes that I have? And I said, yeah, sure. Yeah, it might as well be socks. I just ask for socks as B-Day and Christmas gifts, so I never have to shop myself. Oh, I just buy, I buy very specific socks. They're just white or black with frills. Like, they don't have patterns. They're just tall socks with frills. Because they match my shoes. And they look the same, and I have everything I wear is kind of like a solid color. I feel like I dress a lot like an NPC sometimes. That, or like I have like clothes that are like patterned with floral stuff, but I mostly wear like solid colors. I don't know, I think I dress like with an NPC. I dress kind of like an NPC, which is fine. I don't need to be the main character. I think being the main character is overrated. Not really. I just don't have the energy for it. I think my close friend, I think she dresses like a main character. She always wears like very fashionable clothing. And she always looks like really cool, and every time we hang out I always feel like I'm underdressed. But like, she has the vibe for it, you know? Like, she thinks about her outfits, she puts on her makeup, she curls her hair every day. Like, I don't have the energy for that anymore. When I was like in college, I had more of that. Like, I would like when I was in like my undergrad, like I used to curl my hair with like a straightener. I would curl my hair every day, but like very lightly, because I would curl it and then I'd run my fingers through it so they were lightly curled, and then I would put my hair in a half up, half down with a scrunchie that had a bow in it. Like one of those, like not like a bow, but like, you know, like the like diamond sort of bows where it's just like a knot, but it's like two sides that fall down. So I would have like a scrunchie like that, have my hair half up and half down, and they'd be slightly curled, and I'd wear like my leotard to class with like a long skirt and like a jacket, and like my frilled socks and my, what do you call, my like Doc Martens, and I would try to look cool with like very light makeup, because we weren't allowed to wear heavy makeup because you're supposed to look like a blank slate. Because you're an actor, so you should look like a blank slate, and don't put on too much makeup, because then they're gonna have to, then people are gonna have thoughts about you, and you should be going into the audition looking like a blank canvas that can be molded into anything. So I didn't wear a lot of makeup when I was in college. I wore like just eyeliner, like a light winged eyeliner, and like blush and highlighter, and I would like do my eyebrows, but it was always like very light, very chic, clean chic look. So even though it was like fashionable, it didn't have an identity. Even when I was trying to be fashionable, I didn't have a strong identity, because we weren't supposed to have a strong identity. Because like, how, like, can you imagine the audacity if I went into school and I looked like I had an identity? How would I be cast? They would have opinions about me then. Oh my goodness, that's so scary. Whoa. Could you imagine? How terrifying. They could look at me and they could assume that I was the cool character, or the funny character, or the pretty character. Oh my god, no way, no. Be a blank slate. Take it off. So I looked very Chic, clean, NPC. I guess now I call it chic because that's what they call it now. Like if you like, it's like, what do they call it now? It's like called clean. It's called clean chic, I think is the name they came up with in the last couple of years. It's like clean girl. I think is what they now titled the look. It's a clean look. I don't really get it. It's just wearing base colors and items that don't really stand out, but they call it like clean fashion. I don't really get it. I was told that recently by Pinterest when I was looking into like different outfit variations, and it just like it was under like this file name called like clean fashion. I was like, okay. Sure, we can call it clean fashion if we want to. Makes no sense to me, but sure. I mean, I would just call it like wearing basics, but I don't really understand the internet. It labels a lot of things that don't really need, like, in my opinion, to be having such a strict name to it. But I don't work on the internet. Work on the internet? I don't work on the internet? What does that even mean? I don't work on the internet. I don't build the internet. I don't comment on the internet. I don't make the internet. I don't know. Oh my god! Hi, Paige! Welcome! Welcome, Raiders! Turnip Raid. Oh, are you playing Turnip Boy? Is that the name of the game? What were you playing? What were you doing? Welcome, Raiders! Welcome! How was your stream? What were you guys doing? Oh, if you don't know who I am, my name is Tol Cocoon from Stellarverse Productions' first generation Infinium. Crystal Diamond VTuber who likes to sing, yap, read fanfiction, and loves Yuri! I really had to like decide whether I wanted to say I liked fanfiction or Yuri last because I wanted to seem cool. And not like a nerd because only cool people like Yuri. You know. Illiterate librarian. What? Paige is very, very literate and cool, and because Paige knows Shakespeare. Paige likes Shakespeare. That means that she's really literate. Scary stories to tell in the dark. Oh, like the actual like show, or like actual scary stories. No, you're the terms. Oh, reading scary stories to tell in the dark, like the actual books / TV show. It's both of those, right? It's books and it's a books. 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 Sorry. It's a books. It's a book and a show. Hi, Paige. It's a books. It was fun. How's your stream? It's been good. I've just been yapping, and then eventually I'll draw, which was what I told myself I would do. I can't read, so I was reading to them instead. I'm trying to like process that statement, but I understand. In some ways I empathize and understand that. I'm trying to conceptualize what that means. I can't read, so I was reading to them instead. I feel like that is like something I feel in my soul and yet. I like, you know, because I like can't read when I'm playing a game, but I read fanfiction for like 3 hours every day. So like I do read, but like do I read? And like what am I reading, you know? Like I was playing a game yesterday and I couldn't read the effects of any of the choices I had to make at all. Like I mean I read it out loud actually, but I didn't understand any of it. I like didn't understand anything. And I kept asking in the chat, I was like, guys, what does it mean? What should I pick? Like, what does that even mean? What is 10% of 90 chance? I'm just gonna pick a card based on what I think is fun. I don't even know what it means half the times. But I read a lot. I read a lot of Hanahaki fanfiction and Yuri. I was reading a Hanahaki fic today, and it was making my heart hurt in a good way. Nothing is more Yuri-ful and peak than watching a girl cough flowers and blood into the floor, dying because she refuses to tell the girl that she likes her. Nothing is more beautiful than that. That is everything to me. Like, I love it when they're like on the ground writhing in pain, coughing up blood, and flowers. And the girl that likes her doesn't even know that the other girl likes her, but she likes her back. And she's like, what's happening? Why didn't you tell me sooner? She's like, and then like in the last seconds before she dies, she's like, I love you. And then they like kiss, and then the girl doesn't die, and it's all happy ever after at the end. But there's like lots of suffering and angst, and it's like a 20-chapter fiction, which could have been like 2 chapters if we didn't read all of the longing and the pain, but it was worth it because I wanted to read all the longing and the pain. Reading comprehension study stream when? That's the truth, isn't it? You know, the thing is, I'm always like, I can't read, but then like when I was in my degree, I was reading a bunch of stuff, but then like I don't know what happened. Maybe when you become a VTuber, your reading comprehension like just like flies out the window or something. You know? I like when that happens to me. I also like when I read Omegaverse, and that makes me happy too. I actually wrote something about Omegaverse today for something I can't say what it was, but it was really, really funny. What is it called? Oh my god. Oh my god, this was so funny. I was like, I've reached the point of being on like being on figure skating Twitter where I get the funny joke meme posts now, and then there was like a post I saw recently where they were ranking skaters based off of what designation they'd have in the Omegaverse, and I was like, I really like want to make one of those charts and then make like a thing for SVP. It's similar to like the one where it's like where would you sit on an airplane? But the thing is, when it's on an airplane, I never get those memes when someone picks someone because they like them, because if I was to sit on a plane with VTubers, I would certainly not want to sit next to my Oshi, because what if I make a fool of myself? I just want to be honest. Every time I see one of those like, oh, where would you sit on the plane? And it's a bunch of characters. And then there's like, oh, someone's like, oh, I would want to sit here because that's my Oshi. Or like, that's my favorite character. You want to sit next to your favorite? Are you crazy? What if you make a fool of yourself? What if they find you annoying? You have to sit next to someone that's a medium vibe, you know, like someone you respect, but it's not your favorite. Low risk, high reward. Someone you think that will very easily be able to like you and understand you. But what if you manage to raise them up and now they love you? Have you ever talked to someone on a plane and thought the person really, really enjoyed that you talked to them instead of just letting them sleep or read or eat? Actually, let me change that question. Do you think you would ever talk to a person who likes to stay inside all day and that like they're on the plane and that would bring them joy to have to talk to someone when most VTubers are highly anxious, unsocial creatures who sit inside all day? Sit next to your Oshi, fall asleep, drool on yourself, and then delete all your posts and then go live in the woods. This is crazy. That's what I was thinking about. I'm like, if I met my Oshi on the plane, I would pretend to not know her, and I would hopefully sit far away from her, because I just don't think that I would be worth the risk to try to talk to her. Can you imagine? That would be so scary. If I ever see a celebrity in person, and I would just, if I'm not paid to say hi, like I would just die. I think I would run away. Like, can you imagine? Like, if I saw one of the famous people I enjoy in person, I think I would not want to talk to them unless we were hired to be in a project together. Because what if I'm super annoying and a loser? What if I'm super annoying and a loser? I think about that all the time. I always think about that. Like, like when I oh my god, I'll be on call. I'll be in call sometimes with some of the other girls, and I'll be talking, and I just won't fucking shut up because I keep talking, and then I'll be like, in my head, I'm like talking. Words are coming out of my mouth. I'm speaking about something, and I'm talking, and I'm like, wow, I'm so fucking annoying. And I think that all the time. I'll be in the call, and I'll be talking, and I'll be talking, and I'll be talking. I'm like, oh my god, I'm talking so much right now. This is kind of annoying. Why do I keep talking? I just keep talking. Oh my god, shut up, shut up, shut up. Say something else. Change the topic. Anyway, that's just like my internal monologue while I hang out with people in a call. VTubers are at least a little outgoing and sociable. It's the job. It's the job when you're wearing an anime girl model over the internet and talking to a chat that doesn't have people saying physical words toward you. And the room behind me is an animated piece of art. Like, I don't really, like, I would never start a conversation in person unless there was a reason. Like, oh my god. What was it? I was somewhere recently. Where was I? Oh my gosh. Oh, I was at, so, like, 2 weeks ago, I was at, like, a doctor's appointment, right? And when I was... I felt like such a fucking loser. I went to the doctor, and I'm walking through this building, and I'm getting really lost. And I see a lady that I think works there, and I go up to her and I go, do you know where this thing is? I looked it up on the map and I need to get to this office. And then she's like, you're at the wrong building. And I was like, what? And she was like, so you have to go across the street and then go into this part of the building and then take this elevator to this floor. And I felt so much embarrassment. I just went, oh, thanks. And then I walked really fast. And I walked really fast away. And I was so embarrassed because clearly I entered the wrong fucking building. And it happens every time. Every time I have to talk to someone in person, I feel like I've made a mistake. I'm like, why did I do this? Why did I do this? I should have just known. I should have just known. Me? I should have just known. Taps my finger to my head. I should have just known. I should have just known. I should have known. Can't believe that I was incompetent to the level to have to ask a stranger for help. Crazy work. They're like mazes? They are, and that's why I hate going to them, because I can't find fucking anything. My reading comprehension. Oh my god, it's my reading comprehension! It's my reading comprehension. Does it? See, this is why my figure skating Oshi is my Oshi, because today there's like a meme going around about her because she was doing this like they did like a pre-recorded match of Magic the Gathering because she loves Magic the Gathering, and she like fought against this NFL player who also likes Magic the Gathering. And during one part of it, she had to do like simple addition, and she had to like get help because she couldn't do the simple addition. And I was like, she is so relatable in a way that I've never seen anyone else be relatable. Because I too would be in a stressful situation where I want to win and then be asked something like, what's 2 + 6 + 8, and think to myself, what the fuck? 2 + 6 + 8? Like, I'd have to count on my fucking fingers. What do you mean? Like, that's just too much information to ask from someone like me at any point in the day. Unless you're gonna give me a couple minutes and I can count on my fingers. 2 + 6 + 8? What if instead you just ask me, like, what, like, color match the color red? And you know? It's just 8 + 8. What's 8 times 2 again? 8 times 2 is that? 8 times 2 is... Is it 16? Is 8 times 2 16? Oh my god, Trash said, do you have 16 fingers? I didn't have to think! He literally told me the answer and I still did the math in my head! Oh my god. I can't fucking read. I can't fucking read. Of course it's 16. You just asked me if I had 16 fucking fingers. Yes, obviously it's 16, and I knew that from the beginning, and I didn't have to ask you that because I already knew. I didn't have to think about it either. I already knew. I know everything. Like 9 times 5? is, I think, 45? Is it 45? You know, I did for like a very short stint of time today think to myself, maybe for this stream what I should do is I should stream myself doing simple addition tables. Like, you know those math sheets that you do for kids to like help them? Like I did consider for a bit if it would be interesting content for me to do math on stream where we just do simple addition together. I did consider that. Like you know, like those kids worksheets. I considered that. I also considered doing simple multiplication. I can't do division, so we can't ever do division stream because I forgot how to do division. I can't do division streams because I genuinely forgot how to do long division. Like, you know how you have to draw that like thing? It's like the line and the top line and you have the numbers on each side. Like, I don't remember how to do that. Like, at all. Like, I know what it looks like. I just don't know how to do it. I remember learning the rules in like the 3rd grade. But I don't remember anymore. I forgot how it works. So anyway, but I can still do multiplication. I can still do addition, and I can still kind of do subtraction. Subtraction and division are the hardest. But multiplication is fine sometimes, and addition is always a lot easier than multiplication. I don't know how fractions work anymore because I was asleep. Genuinely, I was asleep. Like, I didn't learn fractions because in the 5th grade when we were learning them, I had this period of time where I was sleeping during class and I couldn't control myself and I would fall out of chairs because I would fall asleep and then I would fall out of the chair because I was asleep. And I fell asleep so much I didn't learn how to do I don't know how to do fractions because I was sleeping for it. And it genuinely impacted my entirety of being in math classes for like the rest of my life because fractions are like everywhere. And they thought that I might have a brain tumor when that was happening to me, but then I got scanned and I didn't have a brain tumor. And then they thought for a second that I had narcolepsy, but and they thought that for a while that I might have narcolepsy, but then I grew out of it when I started taking antidepressants in college. I stopped falling asleep randomly. So maybe I was just depressed. I don't know. Something happened to my brain where for a large portion of my life, I started falling asleep standing up or just sitting anywhere and it was uncontrollable. And I would start to fall, but I would wake up and catch myself if I was walking when I fell asleep. And then it went away when I started taking medication. And I can't tell you what it was because they never figured it out. What is LCD? What does that mean? What is an LCD? It makes me think of LSD, but I know that's not what you mean. Multiplication is just addition, yeah, but like fast addition. Like super hyper fast addition. What is division? Division is like super ultra harder multiplication backwards. Right? I don't know, I wasn't good at math. I used to get yelled at a lot about my math. It was okay, because I barely use it now, and whenever I need to use it, I just have a calculator. Mouse. What was I good at? I was good at writing. I was good at reading. And I wasn't bad, but I wasn't good at, but I wasn't horrible at history. I was pretty okay at history. And then I was like pretty bad at science. I was okay with biology. It was like when it became to like chemistry and physics that I was really bad at science. The division is repeated subtraction, similar to how multiplication is repeated addition. It doesn't feel like that when I do long division. It doesn't feel like that when I did long division. seemed like a tortured method that was specifically crafted to make me crash out at school. And it always sucked because my teacher, in like when we were learning it in the 3rd grade, would literally be like, we have to do these different math problems before we can go to recess. And then she'd be like, if you don't get it right, you have to stay until you make it right. And so I would miss a lot of recess when I was a kid because my teacher would make me do the math and I would always get it wrong, and she wouldn't help me. She would just tell me it was wrong and then send me back to my seat. And so I would spend the entirety of recess trying to figure out how to do this these division problems. But she wouldn't tell me what was wrong and what I was doing wrong every time. So I would just go back and have to start from the beginning. And then it would take me the whole time and I wouldn't get it right. And then so I just never got to go to recess. And then but it was fine, I guess. I didn't really like any of the kids in my school at that time anyway. So it's not like I had anyone to play with. But I would just sit in that classroom like the whole time, just like trying to figure out this division problem. And I'd be like, what the fuck is happening? I always be like, I don't know why I have to do this. Like, this is so stupid. And maybe that's why I never got better at it, because I kept thinking like, oh, this is so fucking stupid. Like, why does this matter? And then I would do it, and then I would still get it wrong. And then one time I got in big trouble because I went home and I was really stressed out, and I asked my mom for help with my math homework, and then she helped me and I did all this math, and she taught me that the way my teacher taught it was wrong, and I redid everything and I relearned how to do math. And then I went back to school with my homework and I was really confident, and then my teacher saw my problems and she was like, all of this is wrong. Ah! And then she was like, why did you do it like this? And I was like, my mom told me to do it like that. And then she was like, well, your mom is wrong. And I was like, ah! And then I went home and told my mom, and my mom got really upset. She was like, no, it's right. That's how I learned how to do it. And I was like, oh, okay. The teacher says you're wrong and all of my questions were wrong, but like, whatever. And I went back to doing math by myself. Who was actually right in the end? I don't know. I didn't get a redo of that homework. I just got an F. I didn't get to try again. I just went back to doing it how my teacher wanted me to do it because she was mad. Didn't you say you're wrong even if you get the right answer because you didn't do it their way? I have no idea. What is LRC? Like, someone before said, Terowin said LCD. You're saying LRC? What are these things? What is an LRC, LCD? What are these acronyms? I've never heard of this before. I've never experienced these acronyms. What do they mean? What does that mean? LCD, RCD? LCD. LCD, LC, RRC, L? Learning resources comprehension. What is an LRC? I've never heard of an LRC ever. Meaning in school. Specialized facility on college campuses or in specific language-focused schools dedicated to world languages, linguistics, and cultural studies. Upgraded modern version of traditional school library that serves as a central hub for reading, studying, multimedia research, and academic support. Oh, it's just the learning center in like a college. Do they have this at schools? Do they have that in your high school? Or like your elementary school? We didn't have that in my schools growing up until I was in college, I guess. But they called that like the writing center, and it was just like you would go in and students who were good at writing would help you with writing if you needed help to write your papers. I had a lot of tutoring. I went to tutoring outside of school growing up because I was very stupid, but I didn't get better because of tutoring. I think we just wasted money. I think tutoring only really works if it's catered to the student. I think tutoring centers are kind of bullshit. Resources designed for students who needed help with coursework. I guess we kind of had that at my high school. It was like early tutoring where you would come in an hour before classes started if you had a D in any class, and then you had to sit there for the hour to get help from the teacher to do your homework. But it wasn't very helpful because there'd be so many kids that it really, like, they really didn't get any specialized attention, you know? So it would just be them coming over your shoulder looking and telling you that you were wrong and not doing it correct, and then they wouldn't really have time to tell you what you were doing wrong. So you would just know that you were doing it wrong, and you'd be like, So I still have no idea how to do this right, but then you wouldn't know anyway how to get any better. And so you would just sit there and think to yourself, I wish I wasn't here and that I was hanging out with my friends right now. And if you're like me and you had D's in like 3 classes, then you had to designate your time throughout the week because you're supposed to go to 2 every week, but then at that point, there's not enough days in the week to go to 2 of those every week for each class that you're getting a D in. So then you have to split it up and then get special exemption to not do that. I remember when my classmates volunteered as after-school tutors and half the football team came in one day. Hey, that's okay. You know, football is hard because they get a lot of brain injury. Like, literally. It's not even like me trying to make fun of football players. It's like, they get so many impacts in their head, they get brain injured. And that's just how the sport works. And kids that start early end up getting, like, brain injuries from when they're young until when they become adults. And if they're really good at it and they go into the professional level, they get really, really bad head injuries. And then they just aren't even able to, like, think sometimes, and they have, like, actual disabilities after that. They develop disabilities because of how much brain injury they get from getting hit over and over in the head. Because helmets can't save you from everything. I had a very long discussion once with a friend of mine that became a huge, huge argument. Where, like, I was arguing that I think football is, like, an unnecessarily, like, almost barbaric sport in terms of how many injuries are, like, received to the head. And how I really don't think that, like, we should be letting kids from a young age play football. Like, it should have to be, like, something that happens when you're older and you can just train to be good at it. Because I don't think that kids should be starting at such a young age getting injuries like that. And she was like, well, people should be able to celebrate sports from any age. And I was like, I don't think it's about celebration. I think it's about, like, early, like, trying to preserve young kids' minds from starting from a young age to have head injuries. And we got into, like, this huge argument. And I was like, I think it's kind of toxic to, like, honestly have kids, like, going to school, like, with this also as a part of, like, a conditional, like, scholarship. And I think that sports scholarships are good, but I think they need to have better conditions in them so that if students get hurt, they're not taken out of the conditions for their scholarships, because that happens to students when they get really bad injuries. And I was like, that means that they feel the pressure that regardless of injury, they have to perform to a certain level, and that creates a really toxic amount of pressure on, like, the people who are in sports to perform a certain way, regardless of whether they should be taking care of themselves so that they can be in the sport for a long term. I mean, it's no worse than soccer or baseball. There are a lot worse head injuries that happen in the long term for football than soccer and baseball. Especially, like, in terms of, like, physical, like, head injury. Take away the pads, like, in rugby. I think there are a lot of contact sports that need to have, like, really, really different, like, starts to how kids practice when they're younger. I think because sports injuries are scary. Like, then they can kill people, and they can, like, disable them from a young age. Like, I get that sports are cool, you know, like, sports are cool. I don't dislike sports. Just because I don't want to do them myself doesn't mean I think sports are bad. Like, I think sports are cool, and I don't get sports when I watch them, but I've never disliked watching a sport. You know, that's the thing. Is, like, I don't want to be in sports. I wouldn't choose to watch a sports game if the TV was on, but I've never been, like, anti-sport. But I'm really, like, anti how a lot of people glamorize sports and how they make it seem like when people get, like, hurt, it's like something they can easily get back from, because there are so many things that can happen that can just kill you or, like, disable you for your entire life, and people play it off like it's really not that dangerous, but it is really dangerous. It's, like, super dangerous. Oh my god, winter sports? Have you ever seen people doing, like, those fucking bobsledding things where they're like literally going down a course and they sometimes they fly off and you can see them flop backwards and like get taken off by a stretch team. That is so fucking terrifying. Like people who do like, oh my god, like have you ever seen like the like when people do like what do you call it? It's like the jumps in like ski, like when they ski where they do the high jumps and then they like flip, or like people who do like the what do you call? Yeah, in ski long jumps. That's so scary, bro. That's so scary. Or like you watch people who do like motorcycle sports and they'll do like their gigantic flip-a-roonies with their fucking motorcycle and it fucking terrifies me every time. When they're like spinning upside down with a motorcycle. Holy crap, that's so scary. I'm always thinking to myself like, you know, because when you land, you know, if you land wrong, that whole machine is gonna land on you. And it's like, just because it's never happened to you before doesn't mean it won't happen in the future. And like, obviously they should keep doing it because it's their passion. But it's so terrifying. I mean, even biking can be like dangerous if you're like just practicing it, like, and like speeds. What is it called? Speed biking, where like it's like really really fast, and then like if one person falls, it takes out everyone. Because then it can like completely block the way. I mean, cave crawling isn't competitive though, right? So at the very least, you wouldn't have to be worried about seeming like you were losing a competition. But also, I think cave crawling is really dangerous. I just think cave crawling is dangerous to a point where I don't really know why people do it, but I guess some people love adventure. Caves are terrifying. I also am someone who believes in the supernatural, but in a very different way than a lot of people, I guess, consider supernatural. And so I'm always afraid of caves because in my head, caves are filled with the unknown. Like, genuinely, what do you call? I think that so my thing about supernatural creatures is that I genuinely believe that things exist when you believe in them. So like if a lot of people believe in something, it becomes real. And if a lot of people don't believe in something, it's not real. Less real. You know, I guess that's kind of like how it is in you ever watch The Guardians? The Rise of the Guardians? That one with Jack Frost? Where Tumblr loved Jack Frost and that so much. Anime girls aren't real, so I doubt it. They're real to you now. Look, you manifested VTubers into existence so that you could talk to anime girls. You are part of what manifested the VTuber boom so that you could talk to anime girls. You manifested it. You helped manifest the creation of the capacity to have anime girls that talk to you. Ever think about that? Before, VTubers didn't exist, and then enough people believed in the capacity to one day talk to an anime girl, and then VTubers became real. Like, I have like a fear that if enough people believe in a supernatural being, it creates the being to be real. And so I'm always afraid that I'm gonna go into the woods and there's gonna be a supernatural creature. Because I also believe that if enough people thought, like, all believed in it, then it must have been real. Maybe not in the way that they are described in the books, but they have to be some type of real. So I have many fears about different creatures that we've not discovered the truth of completely, but have, like, records of that were just different versions of a different creature that could have existed, you know? Yeah, good luck crawling in the cave. So true. And also, at least have to run from— I mean, like, the thing about I would have just probably end up falling. Yeah, it's like The Matrix. I've never watched that, but I'll believe you if you say it. Yeah, I'll agree with you if you say it. I've never watched that movie. But I've heard a lot about it and how it's a good movie. I know that one scene from it. I don't know nothing else about it. Always go with a friend and make sure they run slower than you. Oh my god, that would literally be me, but I would be the friend that runs slower. I'm really bad at running. I can walk for a really long time, but once it becomes running, it's over for me. I've always gone with friends when I go hiking though. But I think hiking is also very scary because lots of people get lost in the woods. And then they end up somewhere that there's no way they could have ended up there, and then people still say that supernatural creatures don't exist, and I'm like, okay, well, so yeah. You know? Like, I've watched so many videos about like young kids disappearing on a trail or where like the parents are camping, and then the kid ends up like super far away, up on an area where obviously it feels like they could have never gotten up there, and like they're dead, and I'm just like, so we're still believing that like supernatural creatures aren't real, is my thought, you know? Like, I don't want to believe in supernatural creatures because it scares me, but also things will happen like that. I'm like, so either supernatural things are real, or there's like a serial killer who has like the best climbing gear and equipment in existence and can still leave no trace of any sort of like thing that they've done to kill this child, and also left them somewhere that would be really inconvenient to leave them and like get away from them after doing that. But like, I'm sure that, or like, you know, especially within the time frame it takes till they're found, I'm just like, that's kind of crazy. Like, because there's no way that the kid went there by themselves, you know, got to that place.
Thank you for the offering, Crybaby.
Thank you, King. Thank you for the super. You ever think about past life experiences and how some people have like hyper-specific knowledge? I do believe in past lives though. But that's because my dad went to a psychic once and she told him that I was a fox in my past life. And then, you know what's funny is my dad named me after an experience he had in a place where he liked the foxes there. So, kind of crazy. Isn't it? This woman had no idea. So just be furry is crazy. I was named after a place where my dad visited where there were a bunch of cute foxes, and it made him think of like when if he would have a kid have like a cute daughter. So then he named me after it. And so it was crazy that the psychic told him that. I'm really believing myself to be stronger than any supernatural being, therefore I can wrestle the killer man-eating unicorns into submission. So true! I believe a lot in supernatural things just because what else are you gonna do with your life? You're gonna be, let's have some fun, but also like I have high anxiety, so it also probably influences what I believe. Also high anxiety probably is what also influences it. Like, it's why like I get really scared of like windows at night. Like, I'm so afraid of seeing something I don't want to see. I don't want to look. I'd rather not even see it. It's like that survey where 7% of men believe they can take a bear head. 7% of men? That's oddly high. People think that they can take a bear on? Like, okay, so like in this survey, is it specifically like a baby? But like, wait, I mean, even a baby bear I feel like could kill you. What? I mean, I don't even know if you could win against a black bear. Just because they're not aggressive doesn't mean they won't kill you if they're like, if you're trying to kill them. Just because the bear doesn't want to fight back doesn't mean that if it's backed into a corner, it won't fucking kill you back. You think you could take a black bear if I were having my best day and it was having its worst day? I know, right? It's like, just because the black bear isn't aggressive doesn't mean that if you're trying to kill it, it won't go after you, you know? They're easy to fight against. So you think that you're stronger than a black bear if you're really threatening it to the point where it feels like it needs to attack you back? Do you go into the woods and fight black bears for fun? Like, I don't understand. Like, black bears are still stronger than us. See, everyone always thinks this hypothetical where they think they're like really like in a situation where they have to fight a wild animal, that they'd always be smarter. But the thing is, when you're in a fight or flight situation, it's really hard to think logically. Like, I think we overestimate how smart we think we'd be in a situation where we need to be like able to quote-unquote outsmart a creature, especially one that will be ferally attacking you versus you trying to think your way through it when you don't have things like claws or like hyper strong like muscles meant to climb trees. You know? Like, I don't think most people, if they were in a situation where they had to fight, like, and the bear had to fight back, and you were one-on-one fighting a bear, would be able to kill the bear. Yeah, that's what I always think, you know? Underestimate the functional strength of humans when given extreme circumstances? I don't underestimate the functional strength of humans when given extreme circumstances. I just think there are a lot of people who think they're better than they actually would be in a fight. Like, I'm not dumb enough to be like, oh yeah, you know, me in a situation where I had to fight to the death with a black bear, I think I could win. Like, absolutely not, I can't win. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, try to hit it? You know, it's like, try to choke it out? It's still got a mouth with sharp teeth and can actually bite through my flesh. Like, it doesn't have to try to bite through my flesh either. I'll take a lot of damage, probably lose a limb, but I'm gonna win. You're very confident in yourself. You go to like... Are you like super hyper trained military? I'll maybe believe you if you say that you are. Winning is a hard thing for me to believe for most humans against a bear, especially if it's not a black bear and it's a grizzly bear. You think you can beat a grizzly bear in a fight? I don't really think you can win. I think genuinely, if someone thinks they can beat a grizzly bear in a fight and they think they can do it without any weapons, I think you're actually delusional and I think you should seek help. That I could take on? I don't know. I wouldn't even say that I could take on a horse. Like, I don't think I could take on a horse. I maybe think, like, in my head, I'm like, oh, maybe a deer, but the thing is, male deers are very aggressive and their horns are very strong. Like, male deers are actually kind of terrifying if you think about it. Bucks are very terrifying. I don't even think I could take on a dog. A large dog. You know how aggressive, like, some large dogs can be? Especially if they're, like, coming at you like a feral wild dog. Oh yeah, moose are terrifying. Moose are so aggressive too. They're very aggressive and very scary. Feral hogs? Feral hogs are also scary. Like, how delusional do I think I am? I think I could maybe take on a coyote. Because they're pretty small. Like, all things considered, they're actually pretty small. Like, you know, I think people will be like, oh, I could take on a wild cat. Like, someone would be like, you know, some stupid person would be like, I think I could easily take on, like, a lynx. Or, like, a cougar. I don't think you can. I think you underestimate how strong and how scary those creatures are. I'd be more terrified of running into a moose than if I ran into a bear. Oh, definitely. I mean, it depends on, like, I guess, the type of bear. If it was, like, a polar bear or a grizzly bear, I'd be terrified of that maybe about equal, if not the same as a moose. But mooses can't climb a tree. small cougar, maybe. I don't think so though. I wouldn't put myself on that level. I don't think I'm strong enough to take on a small cougar. I think that they're crazy. Like the fact that wild cats can climb trees, they have like extra extensions to their paws where they can like grip you, like, you know, because the thing about anything that's bigger than my cat that's aggressive and can come at me, I'm scared of. Because if my cat can already fuck me up if she's really upset about something, I don't want to think of anything bigger than her trying to take on me, you know? Like, my cat, when she's upset, she will grab my arm, hold on, dig her claws in, and scrape me with her feet. So fucking aggressive, and it hurts a lot. Can you imagine something like 200 times bigger than my cat coming at you? Like, that's crazy scary that they just grip on and start attacking. The amount of damage I used to take just trying to clip her nails because I needed to before I could take her to the vet was insane. I would wear 2 sweaters. 2 sweaters just to try to stop her from hurting me. And then she'd still find a way to hook herself into some part of my leg or my body, and I would get all these scratches, and she would bite my hands just trying to clip her nails. Like, it's aggressive and it's scary. If she was big, oh my god, I'd be dead. Like, cats are so scary. Especially big cats. Oh my god, tigers, lions. Full chainmail. I know, right? The only way I could ever survive her. Full chainmail. Okay, I need to pull up my fucking drawing pad. I haven't done anything that I said I was gonna do this stream. It's almost 2 hours. And I said I was only gonna stream for 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's crazy. That's crazy work. I'm so good at streaming. Reasons why I tell my friends never to get a serval or a king corso as a pet, you know? I would agree. I think, you know, I like when I want to talk to you. Well, welcome. Can you teach me English? I can't teach you English, but I can speak in English. Teaching English is not something most people I think are qualified to do, unless they're actively taught to do it. Even people who are qualified, I think, aren't always good at teaching English. Yeah, as if Yuri was an English word. For sure, for real. But I do talk a lot if you just want to practice English. Why isn't this working? Why isn't this capturing? Why not? Why are none of my things capturing my thing? Did you hear about the guy in the early 90s who put himself a suit to be eaten by an anaconda? Did it work? Or did he die? Did that actually work? Was it like mostly just to stop with like dying from being restricted, or was it about like stomach acid like once you go in? Okay. I need someone to tell me a VTuber. and we'll see if I know what that VTuber is, then I'll see if I can draw it. I'll doodle it. Ashy I love? Okay. I have 5 minutes to sort of draw Ashy. 5 minutes to sort of draw Ashy to the best of my ability of remembering her design in general. I don't really pay that much attention to what people look like, I'll be so honest with you. I don't know why I'm starting from this part either. The thresholds of others. The focal point? Oh my god, not the focal point. That's so funny. Oh yeah, that focal point. Doesn't she have hearts in her eyes too? Why did I start with such a huge pen? This is on an iPad? This is on an iPad. Isn't it like, it's got like this, and then it's got like... Don't judge me for how I'm drawing this! I don't remember just how big the Blanca are. Maybe if I just draw the size first, and then I'll like draw the rest. Where are you from? I'm from the United States. Which is where all of my gen mates are from. Or not all of them, one of them's from Canada, but we're a US-based VTuber company called Stellarverse Productions. The Ashy, yup. Yeah, it is. Actually, where other I'm like I drew the boobs and now I don't remember what the rest of her fucking outfit looks like. Fuck. I was really about to ask, does Ashy wear other clothing items? Bro, I can't. Does Ashy wear other clothing items? You're about to see like the curse of me only watching people ever from like the waist up. Like, bro, I don't know what people look like from underneath the waist. Like, everyone's streaming from like the boobs up. Her base design has a sensor for YouTube. Isn't that what this like this mesh is? It's like she doesn't originally have this mesh, but then she got the mesh for YouTube. I think she has like a skirt. I don't actually know. She's like a nice ass. I think she has like bracelets. I wouldn't know. I'm not looking at her. I'm not looking at her. I'm not looking at the rest of her outfit normally. Not that I'm Oh. Okay. This is how far I got with Ashy's sketch. Let me go look at Ashy. Let me go pick up a picture of her. Ashiel, I love. Oh my god, this is so humbling. I don't know what the fuck anyone's wearing. Okay. Let me pull. Where's this art? Where she is. Oh, I love that all these Twitter things don't take me to actually, like, the image that I'm clicking on. Okay. So, this is the Ashy that I drew. So, I never got low enough to the rest of her. But I remembered she had a pair of wings, not the second pair. I drew her boob coverings, but I didn't draw her heart boob coverings. Her heart boob coverings. Oh, I didn't draw her bangs correctly. I forgot that they like go over the thing. It's not like a straight thing. And then she has the heart ahoge, which I forgot. I didn't draw the right type of what do you call them? Pigtails. I didn't realize that you can see that you can see her lower heart like that with a pasty like that. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware. I thought, honestly, I think the version of her that I drew is more say-so looking. Very funny. Her shoes are say-so. Her shoes are pretty say-so. That's so crazy. I drew her say-soer than she actually is. Okay. I will clear this. Okay. Someone say another VTuber. Limina? Okay, I think I can do Limina. Watch this. I think I can do Limina. I think so. Okay? I think I can draw Limina. We're gonna start with the most identifiable thing about her. Wearing Crocs. I know for sure that Limina Alteri wears fucking Crocs. The rest of the design, who fucking knows? But I know that she wears Crocs, okay? And then another big feature that I remember of Limina's design is she's got sweatpants on. Very casual core. She has tummy. She has gigantic bonkers. Sorry, that's too huge though. That's like the size of her head. Well, they kind of are. She has big honkers and a t-shirt. And the t-shirt has like this interesting design. I don't remember what it actually looks like. But the t-shirt also is covered by the fact that she has like a jacket. The boobs. I don't know why I'm drawing from the feet up. This is horrible. But it's just a sketch, so it doesn't matter. And then you can actually see like her straps. Like she has like the straps right here. And her head's gonna be really weird proportional size because I didn't plan this out correctly. No, please go back. Ugh. How do I do this on my fucking iPad? The only bad thing about getting a new iPad is when I do things like that, I don't know how to fucking use those because my old iPad didn't do that. Okay. She has like these like things. I don't know what they would be called. I guess they kind of remind me of Wi-Fi routers. She has her bangs. And the favorite thing about her hair is how she has her roots showing. And then also in her eyes are like this. They're like she has like these dark bags under her eyes. This is like a really crappy version of Limina with the time that I have to draw her. This is what her outfit looks like. I know Liminal Terry. I think. I mean, I didn't draw Ashley that well. I didn't know like half of her outfit, but Limina's outfit's pretty simple, I think. I can't draw any more than this. I don't know what else she would look like. Let me look her up. Limina Alteri. Oh, her jacket looks like that. Oh. I didn't get that her jacket has these arm cutouts. Oh, okay. It has like, it cuts off here. And it has these like arm cutouts and then flips down. I forgot her fucking thing too, where it goes like across the boob and then has a collar. She's so hot. She is so hot. I agree. I'm an agreeer. Okay, you guys can name another VTuber. Who else do you want to see if I know how they look? Mocha? Okay. Mocha. I'm getting her bangs started back here. She looks like... First, she's got those super cute eyes. I think they have like... paw in them, don't they? She's got the cute bean brows. And I know very distinctly what I like about, one of the things I really like about her is like how cutely defined the lines of her blush are. And she has like, what do you call, she has a have a good night! It's like, where would I put it on her? It's like this fuck ass huge collar. The collar's got this gigantic bell. And then I know for her ears, they're like kind of small cat ears. Because she's a munchkin cat. And then, the bangs are, I thought they were like this. And then she has like short hair, right? But then she also has like version with longer hair. But I don't know, I thought she had short hair when I collabed with her. Toggled on. And then she has like, her dress is like very thin like that. And it's like very flowy. And it has lines, like it's got threading at the bottom and the top. And a bow right here. And then her tail is very fluffy. And I think has like a mark like here, right? And then she has like, what is it for her legs? I don't remember what shoes she wears. But I thought she had like slight stockings. Where's her? I thought she had like, I might be mistaking her with another character. VTuber for that. What else do I know about her looks? And actually, what are the colors? And then it's like very, her nails aren't painted. She just has normal hands, right? But I've seen art of her with paws on. How do you draw hands like this again? It's like this. Very cute. What is the other thing she has? Oh, she has these! Bow. Bows. I was like, there's something I'm forgetting. She has bells with bows for her ears too. Doesn't she? Oh, and she has like dots. Is it like right here or something? I think they're on her cheek. Doesn't she have dots on her cheek or something? Or are they under her eyes? She has the dots. There we go. Okay. This is as far... You make her hand not infinitely small. This is what I remember of her within the time limit. Okay. Mocha. Oh, okay. I forgot about her like sleeve things. I've never really seen her wear them. I'll be honest with you, I don't feel like I've ever seen her wear the sleeve things. I remember her solely wearing this specific outfit, is this one. I only remember this. She has gloves. I never knew she wore gloves. Weird gloves? Am I fucking illiterate? Weird gloves. The weird gloves. Oh, I forgot she wears the what do you call it? Fucking the wooden slippers with the bells. Oh, and she has the ahoge. I didn't know she had geta. I'll be honest, what I remember her a lot is when I raid her and then she's drawing herself. And it's normally from like the thigh up. I like her ahoge a lot. And I like this like the way that it's tied back for the short hair. I really also like she has the whisker clips. I forgot about the whisker clips. Forgot about those. Okay, someone say another one. What's another VTuber? Hajime. Hime Hajime? Like the Hime Hajime, like the one that has gigantic boobs? Hollow Hajime. Do I know Hollow Hajime? Hajime? I know Bancho. I can draw Bancho. I'm like, Hajime. Oh, you mean like... You call her Hajime? Hajime? Do I just only call her Bancho? What's her first name? I can't look her up because then I'm gonna know what she looks like for real for real. She looks like this. Let me see what she looks like. I can show you this part of what I know what she looks like. I listen to her music all the time. This is what I think of her, is this. With her fuck ass little fucking things on the side of her head. And I remember specifically this. Has like her cool, I don't know how to draw this jacket. It's like, it's like what's this fashion style? It's like a windbreaker almost, but like a cool windbreaker. Yeah, it looks like a windbreaker to me whenever I see it. I don't know how to draw her arms from that song. It's the one that goes bam bam bam. Oi, ah. It's got like techno pockets, like a cutout here. Like zipper. And she has these shorts. She's like a breakdancer almost looking kind of girl. She has like one piece of colored hair here, I think. And on her feet she wears like these fucking like actual like sporty sort of looking shoes, athletics. She's got those athletics on. They're very cool. Do I sound old when I say that? She's wearing those athletics. These kids these days with their athletics shoes. And she has like high sock, I think, on that side and low sock on this side. Or maybe it's the other way. Oh, and then this one is like the shirt's lower on this side. I think it's like half tucked. Oh, it's over. What does Hajime look like? Gee. Oh lord. Oh, she has socks on both legs. That's fucked up. I mean, she has socks on both legs, obviously. I mean, she has the same length on both sides, but one leg warmer is, like, longer. Oh, I forgot she has this, like, frill on this side with the patches. I guess it's not really that windbreakery, and it's actually, like, J Street fashion of, like, almost cyberpunky. Oh, I love her shoes so much. They're so cool and, like, fuck you, athletic core. I found her a penguin. Kind of gremlin. It's based off of her, what do you call? It's based off of her one music video where she has, like, a chibi dancing, which I love so much. I love that song so much because it's so stupid because it's just like it has like barely any lyrics at all. And it's 20 minutes long. I remember when she like had the waiting room for that. I was like, and then it started playing. I was like, so when's this song over? And it kept playing. And it kept playing. And I was like, when is this song ending? And it kept looping, and I was like, oh, this song isn't ending. And it looped for like 20 minutes. She's my favorite Regloss member. Her new song is so good. But I'm a big fan of it. What is it called anyway? The new one. It is called... Yeah, Deep Dive. Deep Dive is really good. Her new one. It's very hot, very sexy. I saw it and I was like, I can't believe that this is a Hololive song. Because to me, it was kind of hot in like the way that isn't like Marine hot. Like, you know, because Marine is like, you know, like she's sexy, but it's not like sultry sexy to me. But then like the new Hajime song, I was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. So I really liked it though. The dancing was phenomenal, but every time Hajime dances, it's very phenomenal. The bancho, as you say. The setting, yeah. I remember sending it to Yui when it came out and being like, bancho fucking killed it. And I was like, why is she so hot? For someone who talks so fast you can't even hear what she's saying and like is very babycore normally, she did release a very, very sexy song. what is it called? Normally when I think of her speaking, she's normally like that's like that's literally how I would like say that she speaks. She speaks like that. It's like you see a clip and she's like and it's like so fast and I don't know what the fuck she's saying because it's in Japanese. And I'm like, oh my god, yes, subtitler. You're so pog for thank you, subtitler, for giving me this blessing of you telling me what the fuck she's saying. I know, right? She's so cool. Okay, someone say another VTuber. Remind me of one that I potentially could draw. Ko? Oh. Maybe not Ko. I know what you're talking about. But I think I know who you're talking about. I don't know if I actually do. Like, Ko? Kana Yaganagi? I can draw Kana. Yeah, I don't really know if I could draw her. She doesn't even have a full ref sheet, right? She just streams as a PNG. Yeah, I only know older Kana design. I can't draw her current design. Yeah, I don't think I know enough of how Ko looks to draw her. I know that her hair is like white with black, but that's kind of it. I could draw someone else who is very similar to Ko. I could draw someone who is very similar to Ko. You know, but I couldn't draw you Ko. But let me see, for Kana, I can draw you the version of Kana that I think of when I think of Kana. I think this is kind of more the design I think of when I think of her. Don't laugh at how I don't know how to draw braids. Mostly when I think of Kana, I think a lot about like her design from when she debuted more. Then I remember like the current design that she's using. And then she had like this really interesting ahoge that was kind of what I always thought was, it kind of looked like a question mark. No, you mean the harpy one? I don't think she had duck wings for this one, right? She just had a suitcase? This was like her first design, like this was her debut design. Top looked like. I'm just gonna draw what I'm imagining her top would have looked like. I know that she had like the I think she had like a skirt. All had plaid. This is all like plaid. I don't have time to draw plaid. And she had a very big suitcase. don't remember what her top looked like for this. I'm just drawing a generalized girl that looks like a detective. She had boobs, but they weren't big or anything. I don't think. Well, this is just her first fit, I think, right? Am I wrong, or is this what she actually, like, her first design looked like? Like, wasn't the Duck Detective the first outfit she had? Or was she not originally the Duck Detective? I thought that was, like, her thing. And then she had like a bigger jacket that she took off a lot when she streamed, I think. I don't remember what it was that she wore. Was it like it wasn't a sweater vest. It was like, was it just the shirt tucked into the skirt, like a cute white skirt or shirt? With like a fluff? Was it a frill? Like this? I know she had the luggage. The luggage was a big thing, wasn't it? She had the luggage. And in her debut stream, you were able to find out about her because she was on like a detective thing, and she found like you would like find information about her through different files that she had lost along the way, and at the end of the hunt for her information, you ended up at her office. Is what I remember about her debut. Now we go look at her. Anna. Oh, that's like literally only a picture of her face. That is so funny. Can I get her whole body, please? Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay, let me find her. I want her original design. Give me her original. There we go. I drew her fuck ass luggage on the wrong side. I'm an idiot. Okay. I loved debut concepts. Yeah! I remember their debuts. I watched them when they were debuting. Oh yeah, she had like a full detective cap. I did a like a beret, but this is like a detective cap. And then I didn't get the detail of the pigtails having ribbons. It's ribbons. I did like little scrunchy balls. And she didn't have a jacket. She had a capelet. I didn't remember at the end that the shirt was a shirt and not like a old school girl outfit. And I did remember the sleeves type and that it was plaid. And I didn't get the boots. I forgot that she had boots. And then she had the luggage. I don't know. I remember the luggage. I remember the least integral part of her design since she always streams from like this up. But I remembered her gigantic luggage, even though when you think of your streamer normally, you think about how they look from like this point up. And I'm out here like, you know what I remember? That she has this huge luggage in her design. yeah, it's the capelet. I also remembered her glasses wrong. I forgot that they were not rimmed at the top. I thought they were full rimmed. They were rimmed only at the bottom. True Megane class. This is when she debuted with Glitch Stars? No, this is her original model. This is when she debuted with Pixel Link. This was like the first design she ever had. This was her Pixel Link debut. No, the design that she had when she designed the debuted with Glitch Stars is her her green outfit, the one that she had a Victorian outfit. Like this one. This was her Glitch Stars debut. Was this one with the giant hat, right? Or this was the one that she debuted with what do you call, with the Erunia, like her full debut, Erunia, as a part of the gen with Hio, Limina, and Amaya. Because she was a part of Glitch Stars, but I didn't think she did like a debut stream with them, right? She just joined, or did she actually debut as a Glitch Star? I thought she just joined and then had a new outfit. More of her forehead? I mean, she can take the hat off. There's also like her maid one, her sleep nightgown one she has currently. Her color used to be like blue, but then now it's green. Yeah. So it's like, cause I was like, I don't remember her doing like a full debut under Glitch until she debuted with like Hio and Limina and Amaya. But I know she did the Harpy outfit. Okay. We have time for like 2 more. Give me another VTuber. Amana Gawashina, isn't she from, she's the Face Connect girl, right? With the giant scissors and stars in her hair. And she calls her viewers cookies. Is this, am I correct? Okay. I don't watch her, but I think I know what she looks like in theory. I don't really watch a lot of VTubers, and I've never talked to her. So we're gonna hope that I know enough about what she looks like. Cause I know what I know her crab outfit. I know her crab sleep outfit with the hood, but that's not what her main design is. So let me try to actually draw what Sheena looks like. Okay. So she has hair like this, I think. And it's long. She had like really long hair, right? And what was cool about this hair is that it's like got stars in it. But she also has like the scissors here. She has like a thing here. Forget if she has an ahoge. But I remember the first thing I thought about when I saw her design a long time ago is that her outfit, like, you don't realize it, but it's like actually kind of very revealing. Because it's got like, it's like I didn't notice this when I first saw it, but like, I'm making her so small. I don't know. Don't look at how badly I'm drawing. But it's like tied together like this. And it's like see-through. And I didn't realize that when I first saw it. I thought there was paneling. There's like not really paneling. And I didn't know that. Anyway. She has like a mini skirt thing covering us, I think. And then I'm not paying attention to her legs when I think of her, so I don't really know what she wears on her legs. Could be barefoot, I wouldn't know. I was looking at her outfit, I wasn't looking at her legs. I don't know what she wears on her feet. I don't know why the proportions are so bad on this art. Don't look. I don't know why I'm drawing her sideways. I can't help myself. I don't know what I'm doing. And I know that she has like this hair. And it's got like it's like whoa, stars, like whoa, it's got the night sky. Night sky everywhere. And then like behind her back, she has like this huge thing of scissors. There's like gigantic shears behind her. I remember that. And she's got like... her eyes are very cute. She has purple eyes. And I feel like they have like this like sort of wiggly around them, but I don't know how to draw like that because her artist is just very good. Like it's like got good shading and rendering in them. Another purple. I don't know anything else about her. I know that she... what else do I remember about her from her design? What else does she have? I don't know. I know that she has a crab onesie. I know that I think she has like a... doesn't she like bees or something? I see a lot of clips of her cooking. I see lots of clips of her cooking, I think, on my feed. I just know that she calls everyone Cookie. And that she's a really good singer. And she goes, you know Cookie? Cookies. That's what I know. She calls you guys cookies if you guys are chatters to her. That's what I know of her. Let's see how correct I am. Oh, the fucking scissors are on the wrong fucking side. Anyway. I'm so fucking stupid. The scissors clip on her hair is on the wrong side. I'm stupid. Okay, where is a good actual PNG of this? Hello? There is a good one. She doesn't even have anything covering her. Oh my god. That's crazy. I thought she had something like a actual like mini skirt thing covering her pantsuit. No, they're just out. I thought there was something covering them. I'm a fool. I am a fool. Like, oh my god, isn't that crazy? Like, no, it's there. Check the skirt. What skirt? There's a transparent thing over her. In the middle. But that's like a sheer panel. I forgot that she had sleeves that were also sheer. It's so crazy. There's like so much sheer. So much showing. But I got the two things on each side with the panelings. I'm not zooming in. You can look it up yourself if you want to look at it closer. There's the scissors are on this side. I got the scissors on the wrong side. This side has the bows. Should have drawn bows. I forgot that the scissors have like this star thing. That's so cool. I didn't know she had the bows on her sleeves where they like are here. And I had no idea she had these like weird like kind of sock shoe things. I guess they're boots, huh? They're like boots. I had no idea. I've never looked at her feet. I just only looked at the top part. Because I'm normal. I've only looked at the top part. where there's the short panel. I've never looked at her feet. I was busy looking at the other part. Her hair is even bigger than I thought it was. She has big hair. But I do love the star constellation hair concept. Yeah, I'm not a foot freak. I'm busy looking at boobs and tummy. But I also like thighs. That's like half, that's most of a person. I don't know why I said it like there's an exception that makes it really different. Okay. I'll do one more person. You have to pick someone from SVP. Pick an SVP girl, and I'll draw an SVP girl from memory. And we'll see how bad I am at it. I'm not drawing Senbei. Everyone knows what Senbei looks like. Draw Lemmy? Okay, I can draw Lemmy from memory. Let's see how good I can do, okay? So, first... when I think of Lemmy, 5 minutes, what I can draw of her. She has the hardest bangs for me to draw because they're very straight, and I'm very bad at drawing super straight bangs. And it's not just like straight bangs, there's like a bunch of straight bang. And then she has the little things that go like this. And on her little things that are in the front, she has, on this side is her 2 hairpins that are science tubes. They're 2 different colors. And her hair also goes like this. She has the fake cat ears that is what I used to call them when I would draw anime stuff when I was a kid. I'd always be like, the fake cat ear hair. Where you want the silhouette of having cat ears that are downturned, but you don't want to have like cat ears that are downturned. You just want the illusion of it. So you have those instead, you know? And then she has her sprout, of course. And then her glasses. Okay, I'm gonna remember what side her teardrop is, right? I'm gonna remember. Watch this. I'm gonna remember teardrop is on this side. And her glasses don't have lenses because she doesn't need them because they're not real glasses. And if you look underneath this bridge of the glasses, she has a scar on her nose, but you don't see it because the glasses cover it. And then she has bean brows. And on this side of the mouth, on this side, she has a fang. And she has her little blush. I spent too much time on her head, so now we're gonna speed through the rest of it. So technically she's wearing a sweater and she has a tie. The sweater is off the shoulder on one end. I forget which side. And underneath it she has a gray sweater. And she has shorts. Green shorts. And then you get down to her legs. I don't know why I'm drawing diagonally. Don't look at that. On her legs, she has a band-aid. I don't know why her legs are skeletally thin. Don't ask me. I'm drawing fast. I think it's this one. She has a band-aid. And then she has leg warmers are both on her thighs. And below them she has her snailbird slippers. Snailbird. Just pretend it's Snailbird. I don't have time to focus on that. And then she has her off-the-shoulder chemical, like, scientist jacket. With gigantic fuck you sleeves. And the Genius Snail Scientist jacket. And on, I think this side, it has like 3 vials. And on this side, it has 3 vials. And I forget where it is, but one side has like an ID card with a snail. And says Lim Industries. And then I think the sleeves also have like these like straps. And then over the shoulders on each side too, she has her snail backpack. And also the ends of her coats have like this line as a detail. And it's also got the border on the inside of the jacket here. And then her hair goes down. It's like really long braids. And there's sprouts on like the sides as well as like flowers. Okay, that's all the time we have. I hope I did really well. I think I did really well. I think I remember Lemmy's design really well, you know? I'm not coping, guys. I think I did really well. Let me listen. Okay. So, I got the tubes on the hair right. The tubes are on the right side, thank God. The glasses, I got the eye drop on the right side, thank God. I got the fang on the right side, thank God. I drew the sprouts mirrored because the lower sprout should be on the left side and the right one is the other side that's higher. And then it's basically the same for the hair flowers. I did the hair flowers correctly. For the way that the sweaters, it's opposite. I should have done the sweater with the shoulder on the left side. For the jacket, oh, I forgot the pins. She has pins on the jacket. And I forgot the extra straps from the bag. Oh, and then her fuck you size sleeves have a slit and 2 buttons. Oh, and her Lim Industry badge is on her pants. They're not on her jacket. I got the 3 vials correctly. Should have added more pockets. And the coat jacket has the other tags on the back. I did the band-aid on the wrong side. I also forgot that there's a safety pin on one of the leg warmers. I remember the leg warmers. I remember there was a band-aid. I remember that there was the leg warmer, what do you call it? The badge. And then when she takes it off, oh, I forgot also the little bows on the end of her hair. But I got a lot of details, I think. I got a pretty good amount of details for just drawing from memory and like having only 5 minutes to draw it. I think that's a pretty decent amount of details to remember. Sick nasty. That was very fun. I enjoyed that. It made my brain work. It made my brain work. Hard to draw in the cheese smell, but what we can imagine. Yeah, you know, it's hard to draw that in, but we can all just think about it in our heads. Okay. Now, let me look at where we can... Let me look at a place to raid. So I'm thinking, depending on if I get the apartment, maybe on Sunday, if I do get the apartment, then maybe we'll do a packing stream where I'll just be wearing like my lav mic, and then I'll be sitting on the floor packing things, and we can just have like my 3D model like moving in the background while I'm just like packing. So it's like more of a Zatsu. I'll have like my phone so I can see the chat and everything. So maybe we'll do that on Sunday. I'm unsure. We'll see what ends up happening. But we're gonna raid into Lemmy, who's feeding her snail tonight. Unpacking stream recently too. I did not. I had a cleaning stream though. I've never played the game Unpacking. My keyboard's broken again, which is really pissing me off, but it's fine. It keeps like not doing spaces even when I type a space button. But okay. We're gonna raid into Lemmy. I hope that you guys had a good time today. I hope you guys had fun. Oh, like I did actually unpack my luggages. That's true, but now I have to move, so So unfortunately, I'm not able to just like leave my things unpacked. Unfortunately, I have to pack them. I don't really want to, but I kind of have to. Well, thank you, Conclaver, for typing out the raid message. Thank you. But we're gonna raid into Lemmy, and I'll see you guys probably on Sunday, so I can do the packing stream. But if I don't, then I'll see you next week. Next week will be kind of crazy, but we'll see when I can. I might do another week of like pretty last minute guerrilla streams because I'm also starting my new hours for my extra hours for work to next week. Smiles. I'm also starting my new hours for my new job. Technically it's the same job, but it's like for a different department. But technically starting that next week, but we'll see what happens. And I also might end up moving next week, so we'll see what happens. But I'll see you guys soon, okay? 3, 2, 1. Win! Oh, cuckoo!